If you're just getting started with GIMP, it can be a bit cumbersome right out of the box. Here are the first few things I like to change to make it look and feel better. The third one is a huge time saver. GIMP is a free program available at gimp.org. It's currently on version 3.0.6 and it's available for PC, Linux, and Mac. My name is Neil and this is Mod the Mind with a focus on gaming, graphics, and tech. And for the next few videos, the main focus will be on GIMP. Just a quick note, when making boat skins for HydroSim, they need to be exported as DDS files, and GIMP now does that natively, no extra plugins are required. And if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, just keep watching my videos. When you first open up GIMP, it might look something like this. I'm going to show you how to make it look better and be easier to use, and it all starts with Preferences, which is under the Edit tab. The first one is under Image Import and Export. It's the box right here. Add an alpha channel to imported images. A lot of times in GIMP, we're needing to make an image with a lot of layers and maybe some transparency. Having to add an alpha channel right away can be very helpful, especially if you're starting with a JPEG and you're wanting to export a transparent or partially transparent PNG. Up next, click on Tool Options. This one is called Allow Editing on Non-Visible Layers. It's probably best to leave this unchecked, but I wanted to tell you what it does. Say you have a selection and you're wanting to cut out a shape from one layer, and you have that box checked, it will allow the cut to happen on a non-visible layer. Leaving it unchecked might be a little safer. The third one here is a huge time saver. You want to click Set Layer or Path as Active for the Move tool. What this does is allow you to just click on the layer that you're wanting to go to, and it will take you there in the Layers dock. With it unchecked, you can see it will show you the layer, but it won't take you there. Also notice how the tools look different. We'll get to that in just a minute. You can go through all these changes and just click OK once at the end. For a couple of them, you'll have to restart the program. And by the way, if you happen to hit reset, it's going to reset everything to default, not just one or two things. Up next is Default Image. Depending on the projects you're working on, this might be helpful to change. I'm usually working in HD, so I leave it at 1920 by 1080. But if you're commonly working on a square image or something, you might want to change the default image size. While we're here, under Advanced Options, there's the Precision dropdown. I would suggest only using 8 or 16-bit. Using the higher numbers can bog down your computer. Under Default Grid, you can set it up how you like. I don't typically use the grid as much as I use the guidelines as needed. Feel free to experiment with that. The next one down is Interface. I usually leave all this, but I do want to show you the keyboard shortcuts. These are a big deal, and actually they're the topic of my next video. The next three will really help us change the look of GIMP, and I think make it much easier to use. The default theme is what is built into GIMP, and System basically uses your custom preferences, at least on a Windows machine. You can also change the color scheme from dark to light to I can't see anything clearly mode. Clicking Override Icon Size allows you to change the size of the icons. I like to use large, but feel free to use whatever works for you. I also set the font to about 110, at least on this monitor. Just a little further down is the icon theme. The choices are Default and Legacy. The icons on default look better, but Legacy has color. So I use Default, but then I uncheck Use Symbolic Icons if available to add some color. The next one down is Toolbox. If you want, you can click Show Active Brush Pattern and also Show Active Image. It will just place them over here in the dock on the left. It might help you to get an understanding of what you're looking at, but I usually leave them off. The next one is a big one, Use Tool Groups. Uncheck that and we can now see all of the tools individually. If you're super great with shortcuts, it may not matter, but when you're learning GIMP, I think it's great to see them all. In Dialog Defaults, we can change Profile Policy to get less pop-ups. I could see changing the first one to convert to sRGB, but I'm good with the rest of them. Now to Canvas Interaction. I'm fine with these, but I wanted to take a moment to show the spacebar option. I don't usually use that because I use the button on the mouse wheel to control in the same way. Under snapping, I could see using a smaller snapping distance number. Sometimes it seems to snap a little quick, but you can set these up how you want. Up next is Image Windows. Merge Menu and Title Bar. I kind of like this one because it just makes it feel a little more full screen. It might look weird the first time you do this, and you may have to snap it to the top of the screen. One time it didn't even give me an X to close, but you can just click File and Quit, or use the shortcut Control Q. After clicking OK, you can close this window and then close the program and start it back up. And this is how it will look. Well, that was a bit much. Notice how we can't see the icons at the bottom of the screen? This is what I mean by snapping. That's good. Well, now we can mess with the tool docks on the sides. And if you like the way I go through things, a subscribe would mean a lot as I grow this channel. The docks on the left and right can be moved a bit, but I wish you could grab a bigger group. I just don't think you can. I can grab an individual tab and move it where I want, though. Notice the blue line that forms as you move your tab around? This allows you to create a new dock station if needed. You can move them around how you like, and you can make this bigger. If you have a setup that's very different from mine, comment below and tell me why you like it better. Maybe we will too. Up next, we'll be going over shortcuts, especially regarding exporting DDS files for boat skins and HydroSim. Again, my name is Neil, and this is Mod the Mind, and here's that next video for you.